let me kindly invite on the podium Teddy Onserio, who is the chairman Nyanam board, so that he can give his welcoming remarks. Kindly tumpigie makofi kijana watu mtanashati, amejikakamua, amevaa, amependeza, rangi nzuri za hii suti, alafu mumpigie makofi. Mtakuwa mumfanyia vizuri.
You're probably wondering what this dashing young man on stage, what does he have to say about widows? You're not alone. I'm also wondering the same. But I decided to stick to what I have been assigned to do, which is to welcome you. So, welcome to you all. Karibuni sana. Warua kou. Yeah. Nitoamo nyita ogeni. Yeah. And of course, not to forget our upcoming national language, Otoagotin Tugul. Welcome to today's International Widows Day celebration dinner. Being Nyanam's first event of its kind, our hearts are already full. We hope that by the end of the event, your hearts will be full as well. And if not, at least make sure that your stomachs are full before you go. I would like to share with you a journey, sort of how we ended up where we are at, real quick, and then we can, proceed with dinner and the remainder of the program. My name is Teddy Onserio. I am the chairperson of Nyanam's board, the inaugural board, because we started in 2019. At least formalized the board in 2019. My journey with Nyanam began at Williams, which is a small college in Massachusetts, where I met Jackie, because both of us attended the same university. As a child of Konyango Mboto village, Jackie was evidently keen to support her community at every opportunity. She founded Konyango CBO, community-based organization, and that's the vehicle through which she initiated a lot of activities back in Konyango Mboto. I remember we used to collect used books at the end of the semester and also collect a lot of donations from students. And this, I remember one of our flagship projects was funding of the construction of Mboto Sunrise Primary School. The school grew to have enrollment of about 300 students and has since been taken up by the government. So it was a very proud achievement, I would say. I first visited Konyango, the village, in 2013 to deliver a suitcase of books that had been delivered from that school year. On one hand, I witnessed Jackie's desire to change her community, but on the other, I also came face to face with the colossal nature of the challenges that she was facing. I grasped Jackie's why, I understood firsthand now, why is she doing what she's doing? And it sort of gives you a different perspective. It ignites some form of passion that really cannot be achieved by just hearing about a story or just reading about it. I strongly believe that to empower a community, we need to take their strongest individuals and empower those people. And Jackie has been emblematic of a proud daughter of the lake who has championed for her community at every step of the way. Her passion is inspiring and is the reason why you and I are here today. But passion is not enough. So Jackie, tonight I celebrate you for actually rolling up your sleeves and picking up your djembe and going to work for your community. Thank you very much, and I hope that all these faces and all these people who have taken time to attend this dinner will really give you more energy and more motivation to continue doing the work that you're doing with your team. Let us give it up for Jackie. Later tonight, Jackie will tell us more about why Konyango CBO transitioned to become Nyanam, and also talk more about the work that Nyanam is now doing. I would like to share with you the journey that Nyanam has taken to date, and more from an organizational perspective rather than the programmatic perspective. Since its founding, we relied on individual donations to fund a lot of Nyanam's activities. We started each year with a budget and lots of hope and prayers about how we would fund the budget. May sound familiar for some of you who are in government. We conducted several fundraiser campaigns online, and many friends really supported us. However, as you would expect, this was not sustainable. We recognized that there was a need to unlock long-term funding Anyway, so we formalized the board in 2019 and registered an entity in the USA, as well as just bolstered our donor communications and online presence in general. We realized that doing the work is not enough. We need to define the process of how we do the work and also communicate effectively about the work that we are doing. This is a continuous process, and this dinner also serves that purpose. We hope that we will continue bolstering our communications and our outreach, and I hope that every single one of you leaves here tonight having learned a thing or two about Nyanam, but also, more importantly, about the widows in our society. While we still have a long way to go, we have made progress. In 2019, we had one institutional funder who accounted for 25% of our budget, and individuals accounted for about 65% of our budget. This year, our budget is 13 times what it was in 2019. And we are serving more than 10 times the widows we were serving in 2019. So it's about 800 widows from 80 at that time. Institutional donors this year account for more than 75% of our budget, compared to just the 25 one in 2019. And this brings a lot of stability that we need. We actually now can actually hire people and know that we can afford to pay them. Notwithstanding, these individuals who have been contributing are they're our bedrock. They have been with us when Nyanam was a fledgling organization, and they continue to give us unrestricted funding, which most organizations don't. So, most organizations would actually define how their money can be used. And usually, sometimes administrative purposes is not, what they like. But sometimes you do have administrative expenses, and so those individuals actually really, really support us. And I also, just on a personal level, I really appreciate when somebody takes time to just give you, 1,000 shillings, 2,000 shillings, because they don't have to, So I really, really celebrate every single individual contributor, however small, however big, yeah? So allow me to say a quick thank you, or recognize the following organizations who have been with us, and partners who have been with us for quite a bit. It's Dovetail Impact Foundation, Imago Day Fund, Washa Candles, Iber Naturals, the Foundation for Evangelism, Pilot House Philanthropy, Women in the Window, who was that one donor in 2019, and then Project Redwood. Project Redwood is a non-profit partnership of Stanford GSB alumni, so they also supported us recently. And then, of course, Williams College, our alma mater. To date, we still receive donations. Remember the book drives I mentioned earlier? So there is a campaign that goes on to date called Give It Up, and so every end of the semester we still get about $1,000, $2,000 from books that have been sold from that book drive. Allow me to recognize the following churches. Jackie has always been attending these churches, and they've been supporting her wherever she goes. Africa Inland Church in Sabako and Kisumu have been generously giving us office space and training space in Kisumu. First Presbyterian Church in North Palm Beach in Florida, Community Bible Church in Williamstown, and Redeemer's Church in San Francisco. Allow me also to recognize our friends from the media who have given us a voice when we didn't even know that we needed a voice. I recognize the presence of Daniel Ogeta and Leonard Onyango. Could you please raise your hands? Where are they? They're doing interviews. Okay, great. They have followed our work and generously opened their media network to us. I also recognize other members of the media, and everyone in this room is eager to read your articles and watch your features online. Finally, allow me to recognize the individual donors and advisors who have been with us since the beginning, and to the new ones who join us every day, including everyone in this room. This includes your contributions for tonight's celebration. Whereas I can't mention all of them, let me recognize Steve and Elizabeth Nielsen, the Harrison family, so Megan, Keach, Anna, and the rest, Andy and Kelsey Mogosh, James and Angela Muita, Cheryl Shanks, who was our professor, Sarah and Kevin Storer, Alan Davidson, among others. Thanks for bearing with that long list. I have to say thanks before we send a new funding proposal for next year. Yeah. So So what's happening tonight? Trust me, I'm almost done. So what's happening tonight, yeah? What's the point? We call this event a celebration dinner as opposed to a fundraiser dinner because we purposefully chose to first focus on celebrating the widows in our lives, and second, to raise awareness on the unique life experiences that widows face. For my last recognition, I would like to recognize those amongst us who are widows, single moms. Please rise and let us celebrate you, because it's your day, really. Thank you. I think we lost. Should we give them a minute or what? Oh, there we go. I'll do a clap that my brother likes doing. We're gonna clap 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna give them some love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay? Are you ready? Please, Pasha, 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 and you direct it to the people on your table who stood up as, the people we are celebrating. All right, 1, clap. Pass the love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right, that was testing. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Clap. Pass the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We must recognize the unique struggles and acknowledge the immense resilience that widows exhibit. Let us strive to create a society that values and respects the contributions of widows rather than marginalizing them. Throughout this evening, I welcome you to think about the people in your lives who are widows, single mothers, whether it's at work, within your families, churches, anywhere. When was the last time you really checked on them? By actively listening to widows, we can gain insights into their needs, aspirations, and challenges. I hope that this evening will be the beginning of self-dialogue about the role that you play to make the society a better place for widows. Supporting widows is not a matter of compassion, but also a matter of justice and human rights. Once again, on behalf of Nyanam's board, I sincerely thank you, and thank you for taking the time to come and celebrate with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Teddy. If you haven't fallen in love with Nyanam, you never will. After that, bado hujapenda Nyanam, utowai. So this is I think where they came and swept us off our feet with that speech. Thank you very much. So I think now